Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Designer Future podcast. I'm here with Chris today. Chris, straight away, just going to introduce yourself for me.
Hello, mate. My name's Chris. I'm 1/3 of the Mill team, Power Packs. I work as, what's my role? My role, we're all rounders in the company, basically. There's three of us, me, Nathaniel and Dennis. We've got a lot of staff on board as well that help out in the kitchens, deliveries. But I deal with all the admin side of everything. And Nathaniel and Dennis deal with the food side, and we just combine together to offer meal preps and catering for events.
Awesome, amazing. So what I'd like to know firstly is like what motivates you? Like you said, you've come from working like a normal sort of typical job. What sort of motivated you to start this sort of side business?
You know what? We've always been entrepreneurs. Basically, we've always been actively working. We've got a football academy as well. We work for Pro Soccer Coaching Academy, and we've always been active playing football. So our day jobs were never going to be forever, basically. But we just didn't know what we wanted to do. You know, you try so many things in your early 20s. And then we just got into meal prep we said to ourselves, oh, we need to eat food. We used to come out of gym late, about 9, 10 p.m., going into the Co-op and Tesco. By the time you cook the food at home, it's like 11. And then you're like, do I even want to eat now? So we would often end up in the chip shops, chicken shops. Yeah. And we was like, no, we're going to actually cook for ourselves, because we used to be chefs when we was in our teens. And then we stopped working in the kitchen. So we realized we can cook, so let's just cook for ourselves. People heard about it, and then we just took it from there. People wanted to buy it. We didn't take them seriously. And we was laughing about it. Nathaniel was like, nah. And I was like, nah, we're not going to cook for you. And people was like, no, seriously, I want you to cook for us. So from then, it was just referral basis, and then we kind of fell into the business.
Nice. So before I get onto any of the other questions, just talk to me a little bit more about like the background of the company, the Mill team, because I know for a fact, like you said, you guys come from working with kids, working within schools. So it's very much so like a community vibe. And obviously myself, like I've helped you guys out, and I know that you've got such a strong community and foundation for you to now progress with. Talk to me a little bit more about that, how people are helping each other out within the community as well.
Okay, basically in our community, we've got, we're so close-knit. We grew up together. We played football together from the age of, I think my dad made a team when we was, my dad made a team when he was about 15, 16. And then I played for them, and I've integrated my friends. It was a men's team at the time. So little by little, I was bringing my friends in, and they was like, oh, we don't want these kids in our team. And then they realized that it was good. So we've just took that mantle, grown up together, played football in the park every day, and realized that all friends from different circles do different things. So we might have an electrician, like one of our friends owns a football academy, so many different potholes. And then as we got older, we just connected on it, basically, and built a community like that, just off the strength of love and football. Right. So as we've got older, we've just realized that we've got a great little community around us, and everything's just fell into place naturally. I wouldn't say we've woke up and thought, you do this, let's put this together. You do that. We just do it through love. Someone will say, oh, help me out here, help me out there. And it's just been really organic, really. And then we formed the Mill team, and everyone was just receptible. Everyone supported us. And it's just been such an amazing journey. The people we've met in the boxing industry, it's just all round. It's just been, when you're in it, you might worry and stress. You're looking to be better every day. But when you come out and you look at what we've done, it's a humbling time.
Nice. So to tie in with that a little bit, because I know like you've done so much for like the boxing industry as well, like getting to know these athletes as well personally. What motivates you to take this forward? What is it that's making you get up every day and put this effort into something on the side essentially as well?
The main thing is that it's something of our own. That we can actually come up with the ideas. No one can say, no, you don't do that, you do this. It's just literally, okay, let's trial and error. We've done so much trial and error, and we know what to do, what not to do, always learning every day. It's just an amazing thing that I think the main thing is we always wanted to do something together, but didn't know what we could do. And now we've found niche. We're just running with it, and just every day trying to be better for our family. Main thing as well, the kids point of it is, we grew up as kids not having our whole family together. It might be in split homes, and no one that really had a business that said you can go and do this. But we grew up with our friends. They were like, at 16, yeah, I'm going to work for my dad. Coming home on a Friday, they got like £350. We're like, what? I've just got my EMA that was £30.
So what you're saying as well is like you're creating these job opportunities for people within your community as well, right?
Yeah, for within our community, within our family, and just showing the youth of today as well that you can go out there and you can have your own company. It might not be a food company, fair enough, but we're going to show you that people from where we live, you can go and create something of your own, and it can be big within you. It can be big for your family. It can be big in the world. Whatever it is, it's yours, and you can run with it. So,
amazing, cool.
Yeah.
So to get onto like the technical side of running like an online business, because you know essentially that is what you guys are doing. What sort of apps do you use on a day-to-day basis? If I was to say that I'm taking these apps away from you, what were the ones you would be gutted and you almost feel like your productivity would be at zero?
The one would be gutted of, the main one's Instagram.
Okay.
Would be gutted. WhatsApp status, that's a very big one as well, that I didn't realize until the last year or so. Everyone that's on there has like pretty much knows me on a personal level.
Sure.
And they all see things. They see the workouts that we put up, the food, and there's a lot of engagement. And we've got a lot of clients just from that, from people saying, well, like for instance, we stopped posting videos for a while on there. And what I did personally is,
so where are you? Who's that?
Sorry?
So people were like, where are you? Where are you at?
Yeah. And then I've seen people like, oh, you're right. They'll be like, Chris, where's your videos have gone? And I'm like, huh? And I'm like, oh, I thought I was a bit too much. I felt like my character, I was like, I'm just being this character. And they was like, no, you were making me go to the gym. And I was like, wow. And that's when we started to realize must have some kind of impact. And people was like, no, keep going. And now people comment, listen, you've made me get up. I've got 2 kids and I'm tired, but you've made us get up and go out to the gym. You really inspired us. So that's when we really started to take note and said, okay, let's start pushing on it. And the youth, a lot of the youth in our area look up to us as well, which is good because they can be getting into silly things right now. And that's when the pro soccer coaching comes into it, because we're football coaches and most kids love football. So, and even if they don't, they tend to come down with us and we just play football with them. We teach them the basics of the game. It's not an academy where you have to get in a team on a Sunday and your mum's ringing us to be like, why is my son not playing? No, we teach the basics, go and have fun for an hour and we'll see you next week. And then it's just repetitive like that for all ages. So it's just like our character that people feed off, and we're just utilizing it and just trying to use it for the good.
Nice, lovely, perfect. And it's always got to feel, make you feel good working with kids and helping towards their progression as well. So
yeah,
with like the whole business mindset type of things, I know that you're one to read a couple of books. Is there any books that you'd like to recommend someone that's just jumped onto this episode and that they've sparked a little interest in business from this? Is there a book that you'd recommend to them?
Yeah, the book for me is The Secret, because I wasn't a massive reader before I started to read. So
with that being said, then there's also a Netflix film on The Secret if you really don't want to read those.
Yeah. And that's what I had on YouTube. Nathaniel's always reading, and I used to be like, he's like, read this book, and I'll be like, yeah, you give it to me, read a few pages. I'm like, yeah, I haven't got time making excuses. And when he gave me The Secret, it's passages. So I'd read the passages and I was like, this is so true. Yeah. And it would engage me because it was just short passages. Because I was idle at reading whole books, and I was like, oh, this is long. And I'm a person that would rather go on YouTube. I'll look at Joe Dispenza, amazing. Jim Rohn, Jim Rohn is in The Secret. So for me, The Secret, loads of passages, and you could just take so much from it. From the first read, I'll guarantee you won't put the book down.
Nice, love that. So the next question is a little bit irrelevant for you, I believe, because I obviously already personally have spoke to you and I know that you don't use it, but it would be talking about ClickFunnels. So I already know that you don't use it. I know that you use WordPress for your website.
Yeah,
How do you get
yeah,
on? So let's flip the script a little bit. How do you get on with WordPress? Like how do you use it on like a day to day?
yeah. It's complicated, but it's not complicated. The back end of it is some of the I call it gibberish, but learning day to day is great on it because we've got mentors that help us and say, okay, this is what you do. YouTube is your best friend, and
Yeah.
you've been amazing with that since we met you. It's been like, oh, it's like help me. Just little things you said and gone away, and I've tried, and I'm like, okay. I'm being like, just it's just amazing. That's what I'm saying. This whole journey is just
Well,
amazing.
that's
But
why I always say I went to the YouTube university.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, YouTube. Anything you want, just go on YouTube, and I'm guaranteed they got it. And just take notes, and you find yourself going back in there and being like, oh, I used to click on this and click out of it, and just literally like that. And then just
Yeah.
with a few tweaks, I know how to like change the menu on the website, add
Yeah.
pages, do coupons. Now if someone says, oh, I need a coupon, okay, I can create coupon code, and then
Mm.
it's like, whoa, you've really got a business now. Like it's just an amazing feeling. That forget money. Money's great and everything, but to actually be able to have something of your own, to say, yes, I've created this, I can do this for you now, and then refresh the page and it's on the website. It's like, you see, yeah, it's mind blowing. It's mad.
So
Coming from a non-business point of view a few
with,
years ago.
with that little like saying about money, what is money to you at this moment in time?
Man,
What
you know what?
do
In
you
this
class
moment,
money as?
sir,
What do you class money as? Like, what is it to you?
I'm seeing money completely different now. Nothing like right now where we sit through this coronavirus. We've had to close the football academy, close the mill team for a week, and everyone's panicking and worrying. But I'm getting to go home, see family. I'm currently quarantined. Well, not quarantined, but I'm currently staying at my dad's house.
Okay.
Because obviously I've got to be at home alone. So I've gone down to my dad's, see my whole family down there. Still there?
Yeah, yeah, I still got you. I still got
Yeah, yeah. See my family down at my dad's. I'm getting to talk to my brothers, my dad, mom, everyone's there. And I'm like, whoa, I'm not rushing. I'm not rushing around left and right to chase a pound note. I can come down and sit down. Let's do the garden. Let's do the conservatory. Like, I've got my son there. We're doing football training with him. And I'm just like, I'm looking and it's 8 o'clock and I'm like, I feel like it's 1 a.m. Like, what else is there to do today? So money for me right now is, before this, I would say it's important to do the things that I need to do.
you.
But I wouldn't care about buying the latest cars, trainers, all that stuff. When I was younger, I did that,
Yeah.
and it doesn't bring me the happiness now. So money is, you need it to, it is
Oh,
everything as such. You do need it for support, yeah. But I see it as more support
yeah.
money rather than a necessity, because I've got all the love around me. I've realized brings me more happiness than any other than holidays. I must say, the best thing money buys for me is a holiday. But
Nice.
yeah, it's just a support system.
So the next question, because I like obviously this whole series is around running an online business. So do you use cold emails at all?
Yeah, we do use cold emails. I
Okay.
wasn't a fan of it before until it was put across to me the importance of it.
Hmm.
I used to be like, oh no, but then again, I say I didn't use cold emails, but I used to cold WhatsApp and cold call.
Mm.
So it's only until I got educated that, like yourself, would say to me, it's really important. I'm like, why is email so important? I don't look at it, but then I think to myself, I always get these emails, and at some point, I'm like, oh yeah, you know what? This person emailed me about that. Let me go into my search. So I search it and I find the email that was there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wasn't a big fan of it, but being educated, I'm open to education every day. I'm a fan of cold emails.
Wicked. So some of my questions won't really have that much of a like need for you to be answering, to be honest. So I just want to flip the script a little bit for the last 10 minutes and
Right.
just really dedicated to your individual business.
Yeah.
With Meal Team at the moment, obviously you're a meal preparation company. What does the next year look like for you guys in terms of growth? What's going to be some key elements for you to progress this business model?
Growth. The key element is sticking together with the unit we have now. Myself, Nathaniel, Dennis, we've got a big team down at the kitchen that come down. It's just keeping the unit going, because we've had people come in and out, and it's been an amazing journey. But keeping this unit, how we started from 2020, or the back end of 2019,
Yeah.
keeping this unit going is going to carry us, I think, to everywhere we want to be. We want to, I don't want to go into it too much, but we want to open our own school for kids to come and learn, a culinary school. So that's going to be spoken about between Dennis and Nat and myself. That's going to be something massive because we're working with so many kids along the whole spectrum. We do football coaching. We're saying the same ethos, we can do it in a culinary school. So that's where we're looking to go towards, really. And we want to be as big as in McDonald's, as Nathaniel says. But ironically, they're closed right now. But yeah, I think that is it. Moving into all the youth work that we do. Me personally, I want to start up a CIC, which is working with the youth. So I think working with the youth of tomorrow to help them to not make the mistakes that some of us made. We've all made mistakes in our life, but just if I can help you and show you, look, I wasn't shown this. This is what I can show you. Take what you want from it. Hopefully you can learn things earlier than me. Then that's where we're looking to go with it right now.
Wicked. That's what I want you guys to get on YouTube as well. Definitely.
Yeah, that's the next step. Definitely.
Definitely. And just document what you guys are doing on a day-to-day as well. So
yeah,
obviously this sort of ties more for like the running a whole online business, but like you said, you have got a team. I just want to talk about your team and like outsourcing essentially, right? Because I know you've worked with like graphic designers. I know you've had some videos made for you. How do you go about that process? How do you split, firstly, the team itself? I know you said you deal with all of the admin stuff and, you know, like Nathaniel deals with the cooking, but how does that actually work in terms of like a system? Like, how do you guys know, you know, who's doing what and what are you basically doing to delegate certain tasks?
Okay, basically, we like work with like yourself, been trying to come across to watching your videos. That's how I came across you. Like Olley was forwarded to you by one of our friends, like close family members. So we just we realized we got so many people in different places. Like for instance, our logo was made by my childhood friend. I went to primary school with him. He designed the Gatwick sign, the current Gatwick sign.
Really?
And I must have said to him, like, I literally grew up in his house. His parents used to feed me. I used to be a single child, and my mum used to come in from work late. So his family, I was in his house every day getting fed, just like playing football all day. It was amazing. And then I've just said to him, oh, I've got this idea. And he just said within half an hour, ping, our current logo now. And I was like, this is crazy. But I thought, okay, it's good. Then I've sent it out to people. They said, who made this logo? And me and Nat are thinking, he's our friend, and people are going crazy for it. And then he said to us, Chris, do you know that this would have cost you, I think at the time, £890 because we made some slight amendments. And he goes, just giving you a little heads up. And we was like, whoa, we're blessed. And then we was like, okay, we didn't think nothing of it. Then the sleeves that get wrapped around our boxes, that was from another one of our friends. He's like, yeah, I can do that for you. He went down to his studio, he printed a sleeve, put it around the box. We got that printed. And then people are like, wow, where did you get this? And we're kind of like, whoa, these are like little favors from people we know. And we're like, no, we're blessed. That's when we started to realize it's a bigger calling. It's bigger than us. This will be for, I think, our kids and stuff. You know, like we liken it to, you know, Towie, how all their parents made this life for them and obviously hard work. And now they're just living the dream with grafting. We're like, our kids are going to be like the Towie lot then. We'll just be the parents that are on the beach in a few years' time. So that's how we laugh and joke about it. We just know so many people that we're happy to be blessed with. And my friend's a producer. So he said to us, when you do your YouTube stuff, you can come to the studio, you can do voiceovers, everything. And we're just sitting there like, yeah, that's why I say it's deeper than money. Because a lot of people will be like, oh, can I find someone? And just the people that work with us as well, they actually love the work we're doing and the things we're doing. And they're like, no, we want to be a part of this. So exactly. I'm like, that it just makes it so much better. And it's just surreal, really, when you look back at it. Even saying it to you now, I'm realizing certain things. And I might sit at home tonight or last night, oh, what we're going to do? We need this, we need that. But you have to look at the blessings. So we are literally blessed.
Wicked. No, and I totally understand that. And that's obviously one of the reasons I've always been there to help you guys out and not really been like, I think that's the thing as well. Like people can get so caught up with any like business. And, you know, I know for a fact, like you would give meals to some people that it's just like, it's building that relationship, it's building that connection rather than being like, oh, yeah, that's X amount for the thing. And you know, I've done the exact same with people. Like I've worked with people on the other side of the world for like months without even asking them for any payment. And there'll be people that are watching this and they're like, you're an idiot. Like, why would you ever work? Which I totally understand from a business point of view, but it's like, okay, like I remember when I first got into like freelancing and video editing and stuff like that, I had like an interview thing with like an American woman, and she was like, look, like this is like my vision of what I want to do, but at the minute I haven't got a budget for it, which most people will be like, okay, see you later, blah, blah. I then took like time out of my day continuously for like weeks, even if it was just like a phone call, getting on the phone with her and just literally explaining, like, do this way, do this that way, blah, blah. About 6 months down the line, she then come into a new project and she had a big budget behind her. And she said, look, you're the person I want to work with. Now, I'm not saying like I'd done it for that, but it's like, if you give, people are going to give back. So I definitely agree with everything you're saying in terms of just, you know, building that from like a family perspective as well.
Sorry. I'm on a conference call that's recorded. Sorry, bro. Sorry.
Come in.
Shouting at me.
No, that's cool. But Chris, just to wrap up the episode then, because we are sort of coming to the end, what advice would you give to like a young entrepreneur that's sort of seen this and, you know, you've basically just motivated them to, you know, put a foot up their arse and get something sorted for themselves, especially where we are at the moment where, you know, people are literally locked down and only have the internet to consume. What would you give them as advice?
I would say believe in yourself, watch the videos, go on YouTube, go on Jim Rohn, Bob Proctor, everything, Joe Dispenza, everything they say is so true. I used to watch these videos and be like, yeah, all right then, bro. Like, it's too good to be true. And now I cannot kid you, out of nowhere, everything's just falling into place. And I'm just like, keep going, man. The struggle, like the best bits that for me is when it's been painful, and Nat will tell you the same. There's been times we've been close to tears, like we've been at the kitchen from like 9 a.m. to like 3 a.m. and we're sitting on the stairs. I've got videos and we're just like, this is like, and I've got work at 9 a.m. the next day, and I'm 3 a.m. on the stairs in the kitchen. Like hot water's broke, boilers broke, and we're just sitting there like, this is basically rubbish now. And then all of a sudden, Monday morning comes Tuesday, you're getting posts, people's ringing you, this food is amazing, I've told my friend, they're ordering 10, this person, and we're just looking at each other like, we're just laughing, like if they only ever knew. So the main thing is, if they ever knew, and you just sit there like, oh, it's all right then, let's carry on. So those parts there, when you really feel like it's hard, I know it sounds all good and all that cliche, just keep going. Just be your own motivation. Don't listen to anyone that puts you down. Just fuel it. Just use it as fuel, and don't put yourself down. Don't think, oh, like we used to. Oh, we're not going to put up these posts, or don't put out that. Just be yourself as well, because we realize people buy into our character. We used to think, oh, we're a bit too rough around the edges, a bit too street, blah blah blah. But people that know us will know, and people buy into you, man. So keep going and just believe in yourself, and just start. You just got to start. I'm a believer in that. Big supporter in that.
Wicked, Chris. Well, thank you very much for coming on. I'm sure that we'll have you back on at a later date to see the progression in the Mill team. And guys watching and listening, thank you very much for sticking along. Let us know how you're designing your future in the comments below. Peace.
Hollywood 6.